Welcome to Teachers in Real Estate podcast with your host, Jackie Durbin. I've built a 6-figure income from using what I learned from being a teacher. Teachers make great agents, but guys, it isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Some people are cutthroat. Some clients will make you want to throw in the towel, but your years in education have built you for a career in real estate, and I am here to help. With the right mindset and the right tribe, you can experience the same success. You can either supplement your income as a part-time agent or go full-time in real estate. The tools I will share will help you gain the confidence and the expertise that you need to reach your goals. Whatever your goals, let's enjoy this time together. This podcast is geared towards teachers who are looking to get their start in real estate and teachers who are already rocking those dual careers. If that's you, grab your notebook, your pencil, and buckle up. We are about to begin Teachers in Real Estate. Well, hey. Jackie Durbin here, your host, and I am so excited about this episode. It is going to be jam-packed. You are going to have so many things to write about, and I can't wait to hear feedback. So, without further ado, today's episode, I am going to talk about how to build a successful real estate business from scratch. You heard it here. Guys, I'm going to be dropping so many different tips, so many different things. I'm super excited about this, but let me give you a little bit of a backstory. So for those of you who are new, or maybe you've just heard a couple episodes, or I don't know, maybe you missed the whole intro, but I was a teacher for nearly 2 decades. Never really thought that I would ever leave education. I loved being a teacher. Now, obviously, there's those days when you're like, oh, is there going to be enough alcohol at the liquor store for me? And if that's not your jive, then that's totally fine. I don't know. Maybe you liked ice cream or something else, okay? But for me, it was the alcohol. I'm like, you know what? I just need something to relax my body, relax my mind, and help me to remember why I loved this job in the first place, right? Okay, we've all had those days. But ultimately, we get into education because our love of being able to have a positive impact on kids, right? No matter if you're teaching elementary, middle school, or high school, we all get into education for the same purpose. Maybe we had amazing teachers that were true role models for us, and we want to basically emulate them and be them for all those students that are coming up. Or maybe you're like me and you really didn't have a lot of amazing teachers, but you recognized as an adult what you needed in a form of educator. And so you wanted to join the classroom and be in education because you wanted to be that for another student, right? So regardless, we're all in teaching, right? Or maybe you're already like checked out. You're like, yeah, I'm done. All right, here's the thing. Going into real estate, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, guys. I tell you in the opening credits, this is a hard job. And unfortunately, a lot of people show the beautiful side of it. Like, oh, you're going to do this, and oh, you're going to sell this, and oh, you're going to make all this money. Is that an option? Yes. Does it happen easy for anyone? I'm going to say probably no. It doesn't, right? That doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful. It just means that you may have to work a little bit harder. So 83% of real estate agents fail in their first 2 years. Why? Why do people fail at this? Well, I'm going to tell you why. 1, they go into this career with unrealistic expectations. 2, they do not have the support possibly from their family or with coworkers, right, that they're working with side by side. Maybe they don't have a good mentor, or maybe they just realize that sales is not for them. Right? It doesn't matter what it is, but at the end of the day, why are there so many people who are dropping out of this career? And what can I do, right? Just as a podcast host and a real estate agent who's licensed in 2 states, how can I help out? So I've made it a point, right? It's one of my goals is to read a minimum of 3 books every single month. Now I'm changing up genres. So like, one of the books that I'll read will be kind of like a historical type of like nonfiction, because I love nonfiction. Like, I know that sounds silly, but I love real stories. I love learning about stuff. So I love that, right? Even if it's like historical or fiction, I'm okay with, as long as it's kind of realistic, right? I usually do a self-help book, and then I do something that is 100% fictional novel. It's usually something that's very romantic, right? So anyhow, so this month I am currently reading a book that is called The Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Now, if you have not read this book, I would highly, highly encourage you to add it to your reading list. And this is why. So many of us are, how do I say this the best way? Okay, the words will come to me. So many of us base our successes and our failures, our choices, and the things that we choose not to do, right? Based on appealing or making other people happy. We put the wrong focus on the wrong thing. And so even if we in turn reach whatever goal we have, we still don't feel joy. We still don't feel success. We may feel happiness, but happiness is just because of something that's going on right then, right? It's based on something that just happened. Having joy means that I can feel okay in my skin when it's a great day and when it's a crap day, right? So anyhow, so in this book, it was talking about how failure, and since we're talking about success, we also got to talk about failure, right? So it was this whole idea of failure, right? So many people give up. And where do we learn that? And when do we learn that? So in the book, and I'm going to read you exactly what it says. And again, this is coming from the book. It's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving an Fuck. So this is what it says. If you think about a young child trying to learn to walk, that child will fall down and hurt himself or herself hundreds of times. But at no point does the child ever stop and think, oh, well, I guess walking just isn't for me. I'm no good at it. What if in our adult life we still had that same mindset? That mindset of failure is not an option. But it happens, right? We all start thinking about failure. So before we dive into these tips, I want to talk a little bit about why real estate is such a great career choice for teachers. First, real estate offers flexibility in terms of work hours, location, which is perfect for teachers who need to balance their teaching job with their side hustle, right? Second, real estate can be a very lucrative business, right, with the potential for high earnings. And finally, real estate shows and allows us to use our teaching skills, such as communication, negotiation, organization, which gives you a competitive advantage in the industry. Guys, there's a reason why so many successful real estate agents also had a past career in education, okay? So I want to talk about some different tips for building that successful real estate business from scratch, okay? So here is tip number one. You have got to define your niche, okay? Now, when I say your niche, some of you may be like, what in the world is she talking about? I'm talking about what is your ideal client? Who is your ideal client? What are they looking for? Now, so many times in real estate, especially someone who's brand new, and guess what? As a newer agent, I did this too. I was like, everyone is my ideal client. I want them all. And what happens is when you are looking for everyone, you find no one. Now, as I continued to flourish in my career and I got out of that mindset of, oh, well, I have to take on everyone. No, now I'm able to fine tune my skills and become the very best real estate agent for my niche, right? It's no different than teaching, okay? So when I was teaching full time, I was an elementary school teacher, meaning that I was certified from kindergarten to fifth grade, okay? Now, I taught every single grade except second grade. When I was teaching fifth grade, I wasn't thinking about, if I was a fourth grade teacher, how would I teach them? Oh, if I was a third grade teacher, I should just teach all of the kids in the school, right? I was really honed in on all of the fifth grade content for all of the subjects that I was responsible for. What was the best course of assessment for them? What was the best way for them to demonstrate their learning, right? So we do this in education. So why is it that when we go into real estate, we have such a hard time? And I'll tell you what it is. It's a scarcity mindset. We're worried that if we dial down what we want to do, that it's going to limit us from making money. Okay? Now, when you're defining this niche, right, you need to identify the type of properties that you would want to specialize in. Maybe it's a location that you want to work in. Maybe it's a target market that you want to serve. By dialing this down, it will help you to focus your efforts and build a strong brand, because that is how people will know you, like you, and begin to trust you, because they see you as an expert, right? There's a reason why we go to that one teacher in the building. It's not because she knows everything. It's because she knows this one thing that I need the answer to right now. She doesn't have to think about it. She doesn't have to Google it. She doesn't have to go into any type of teacher manual. She can help me right then. She's my go-to. Guys, you have to be the go-to person. All right, number 2, you need to build your network. Okay, now I know this sounds crazy, all right, but listen to me. Real estate is a relationship-based business, which means you need to build a strong network of contacts. Start by reaching out to your friends, to your family, to your colleagues. Let them know that you're starting a real estate business. Attend networking events. Yes, you actually want to talk to other real estate agents. You want to join those organizations. You want to use social media to connect with potential clients and partners. Now, I am not a real estate coach as far as like social media and things like that, but I can tell you this: the more you network, the more people get to know you, okay? Because let's say that everyone has their own niche, right? And a client goes to a potential agent and they're like, hey, I need this. And they know nothing about it. But that agent has met me and they're like, wow, I can't help you with that, but Jackie can. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, why in the world would they give a business? Because it's about the client. It's about serving the client. Now, am I still going to give that agent a referral? Yes. So they're still going to get paid. They're still going to get paid a little bit, but I'm going to be tied into my niche. All right? You following? Okay, here we go. Next one. Create a strong online presence. In today's digital age, guys, having a strong online presence is crucial for any business, including real estate. Now, you want to create a professional website, right? It's going to showcase your listing, your services, your expertise, right? You're going to use social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, all of that stuff to promote your business and engage with your audience. But here's the thing. People know lots of real estate agents, okay? You are selling yourself. And I know it's really hard to get out of that mindset of, ooh, do I really want people to get to know me? Because as educators, right, we hide so much of our personal life because we have to think about the children, right? We have to think about the students that we're working in. Maybe you have a district that's very like, hey, do not show everything about your family. But the thing is, the more of you share with a potential client, the more connected that they're going to feel with you. Okay? Because I'm going to tell you right now, every single person knows at least 10 real estate agents. So why are they going to choose you over someone else? It's because they're going to feel like they're connected with you. And if your niche is going to be finding people who are relocating, all right, so they're going to be relocating to your area, where would they find you? Possibly on the internet, right? How are they going to pick you? They're going to pick you based on what you show them, right? What you are able to help them with. They're going to connect with you and they're going to feel like they know you already. All right, next tip. You ready? Okay. Provide exceptional customer service. Guys, this is where teachers, we blow everybody else away, okay? Because one of the keys to building a successful real estate business is providing exceptional customer service. You need to be responsive. You need to communicate clearly. Guys, we know how to do that, right? You need to go above and beyond to meet your clients' needs. Now, I will say, continue to make sure that you have boundaries set in place so that way you let the expectation know, like, hey, please, all of my calls need to be by this time. If you need to reach me after that, you can text me, you can email me. If it's an absolute emergency, then of course I'm going to reach back out to you. But otherwise, I'll reach out to you the next business day. Okay? Or I'll reach out to you the next morning, whatever you're going to do, right? By doing this and having this exceptional customer service, it's going to help you build a positive reputation and you're going to earn more referrals and more repeat business. Okay. All right. Last step. Okay. Last tip. Stay educated and up to date. Guys, just like education, real estate is constantly evolving, right? Which means you need to stay educated and up to date on the latest trends, the latest regulations. You need to attend industry conferences. You need to take courses. I always tell people, especially new agents, even older agents, I think any agent this is good for, but have an hour every single week where you're educating yourself, right? It could be attending a webinar. It could be listening to a video from a highly, educated or well-versed person who's in the industry. But we have to constantly take courses, read publications, and stay informed so that way we can improve our skills, all right? The moment you think you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. I'm going to say that again. If you are the smartest person in a room, you are in the wrong room, because who is going to feed you? Now, some people would be like, oh, but I like to be the smartest person in the room. That's crazy. That is a horrible thought. That is a fixed mindset if I ever saw one, okay? You need to be in rooms that are constantly challenging you. You need to be in rooms where they are going to push you out of your comfort zone. If someone's just coddling you, are you really going to become the successful real estate agent that you want? No. All right, and here's my last tip. Don't give up. Do not give up. If you're sitting there and you're listening to this podcast right now and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to be in the top. Okay, you can do it. I know you can. But you have to understand there's going to be hard work. There's going to be obstacles. There's going to be, big, huge boulders that are going to get in your way. You're going to have imposter syndrome. You're going to feel challenged. There may be a month when you don't close any transactions and you're like, see, I knew this was a bad idea. You have to ignore all of that. You have to push all of that aside, because in order to be at the top, you have to do what everyone on the bottom refuses to do, which is try new things, staying consistent. Learning more, doing things a little bit differently, right? But isn't that what being a teacher is? I mean, we never have the same day twice. There's always challenges in our classroom, whether it's a student or an administrator or a district, or maybe it's a new policy, or maybe we disagree with something that's being done in our school or in our classroom, but we really can't do a whole lot about it. Guess what? As a real estate agent, you are the business owner. You make the decisions. You get to do what is best, not only for your business, but also for your clients. The thing that I love about real estate is that I'm in control. I'm in charge. So if I see that there is something in the system that is broken, I can work alongside with other real estate agents and find ways that I can help them. Currently, one of the things that I'm working on is creating a group of vendors. They're going to be a lender, a title person, an attorney, a home inspector, handyman services, cleaning services, all these different people that would obviously possibly be involved in a real estate sale. And what I'm going to do is I'm creating a like a platform, not really a platform, I guess, kind of like a menu of items that all of these people are willing to discount their services and or certain fees for anyone who is a teacher. Okay? So one of the things I know, especially in my state of Arizona, they are the lowest paid profession. Okay? You have to have a degree to be a teacher, but man, they don't really pay them like they should. So how can I fix that? Well, I can't. I mean, I guess I could lobby, I could picket, I could help teachers in that way. But how can I help them in my profession? Well, I can band a lot of people together and say, you know what? I'm going to offer this to all teachers. Teachers, if you hire me to help you buy or sell a house, or if you were a retired teacher and you want me to help you buy or sell a house, not only am I going to do this job well done, but I have all of these people who have said, we value you and your profession, and we're going to give you these discounts when you use Jackie. That's how I give back. We also have a program called Operation Giver. Giver stands for Government Issued Veteran, Educator, and First Responder. Now, what we do is a portion of our commission we give back to the client in a form of a credit for their closing costs, or their appraisals, or their home inspections, or their down payment, or whatever it is. We let them use that. Guys, I could never do that as a teacher in a classroom. I couldn't be like, hey guys, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to give you that. No, I didn't have that much control. But as a real estate agent, now I have that control, and I'm able to put my actions for my passion in action. I don't think that sounded the way I wanted it to, but basically whatever's important to me, I can put it in place now because I have a platform. I have a platform to be able to do this. I can reach out to people who are renting, who maybe thought that they could never purchase a home, and for whatever reason, maybe it's income, maybe it's credit, maybe it's a combination of both. But now I can work with other professionals in the industry and help to educate people and help them get on the path of home ownership. Guys, that's a great feeling. Not as good as like being that kindergarten teacher for those 3 years that I was, and hearing like a 5-6-year-old read words from a book the first time. That's a good feeling. But this is an equally good feeling. And now that I'm a business owner, I get to do those things. But guys, don't forget, just like that little infant who's trying to walk for the first time, you're going to fall. You're going to bump into the table. You might even bust your lip a little bit. You might have some scrapes on your hands from the concrete. You're going to fall. But just like that toddler doesn't give up, they're not like, well, I guess walking's not for me. Real estate is for you. All right? So, do you feel motivated? Do you feel like you could be successful in a real estate business? Because I think you can. Guys, guess what? This is a hard job. I'm not going to lie. But being a teacher, that's hard too. Keep it up. Reach out to me if I can help. Remember, check in on your people. Make sure that they know that you are always there. And speaking of people that are always there, I'm always there. That's right. If you need help with getting licensed, if you need help with passing your tests, if you have questions, if you need to get business, if you want to take your business to the next level, I'm always here. Make sure to rate and share this podcast with others so they can find it more easily. And guess what? You may be listening to this on your phone right now. So take a screenshot of it, post it on Instagram, and tag me at Jackie Durbin AZ. That's JackieDurbinAZ. Reach out with any type of questions about getting licensed, gaining business, taking your business to the next level. Guys, it's been a great episode. I hope you all got some value out of that, and I will see you next time on Teachers in Real Estate. Bye, guys.